Hi, this is Angelique Goddess and welcome to my channel. Now this video I'm just putting a few points that I've picked up during the week, so just some random I suppose insights that I've been picking up. So the first one is now I can't really say the word, but there's been a lot of controversy around this particular rollout that's been happening, and really what we are needing to do to protect ourselves, to shield ourselves from the frequencies and the energies that are being exposed to the world is, and it all makes sense because the last few weeks I've been picking up so much about nature and so much about Mother Gaia, and it makes sense is because what we're needing to do is to go out in nature and to replenish us, not just to replenish ourselves, but to protect ourselves against the rays and that's the frequencies that have been coming at us, like the negative frequencies. So by protecting ourselves by going in nature, and which nature is pretty much a manifestation of source, of God, whatever you want to call it. So we're filling ourselves with God consciousness through nature. I suppose you can look at it like nature is a tangible source of God, if you look at it that way. I know that sounds really deep, but so going into nature is really what I've been picking up so strongly the last few weeks, and it makes sense now because that is what we're needing to protect ourselves from these frequencies and these negative rays that kind of being forced upon us. So I'm just going to leave it there. But yeah, I've also been picking up as well that there's like a huge great awakening. So many people are waking up, and even I'm surprised about how many people are awakening in such a short amount of time. But obviously with what's going on in the world, it's almost been like people have been forced to. And even those that haven't awoken, they have had to look at what's happening, but we're just not really talking about those that haven't awoken, but those that are awakening for the first time, or those that have already gone through the process. I'm just picking up just this mass amount of people, and they're the ones who are trying to seek the information very quickly. I feel that these I'm just tuning into them now. These particular people, they are information gatherers, so they are very they're able to swiftly pick up information and able to digest it very quickly. So even though they're only awakening now, I feel that it's going to be very fast, and I don't want to say easy because it's never an easy process, but smooth transition for them, rather than those of us that have already awoken and it was quite a difficult, lengthy process. But everyone's journey is different, so their journey might be different from those that awoken like years ago. So but we're here to help them in that process, which I actually picked up from a few weeks ago as well. Is that is that we need to share this information and help each other through the process. Now another message I was picking up very quick, very strong, and I could picture it. I can even picture it now. Is because we're moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Now, if you're not 100, so if you don't really know much about it, so there's a cycle every 2,000 years. And it takes about 200 years roughly to go from one to go for the transition. We're going for the transition of Age of Aquarius. Now, a lot of the spiritual teachers are saying we're here now. I think we're still going through the process of actually getting there, but this is the very start of the I feel that we've already gone through some of it, but this is where it's really coming through now, is what we're going through in this situation with the virus. So now with Pisces, it's a very karmic, so it's a very sign where you're having to go through your karmas. And if you look back at like 2,000 years ago, or 2,020 years ago, was when Christ, when he wasn't born, but that's when he died. And since then, that's been the age of Pisces, and the human species, we've had to go through so much. If you have a look at the last 2,000 years, it has been a very difficult process, and individually, for generations as well, and just like on a global sphere. So yeah, so what we're going through, so those that have experienced a lot of difficulty in their lifetime, you've had to go through the karma of past lifetimes, and the more, I suppose, the longer you go throughout your life, and the longer you're having to go through that difficulty, you really have gotten to a point of, this is for those that this resonates with. There has been times when you haven't lost hope, because that really, when you lose hope, you lose everything, is what they're saying. When you lose hope, you lose everything. Your soul, coming from a soul level. But there's been so much hopelessness and loss of enthusiasm. But now that we're coming into the age of Aquarius, it's no longer going to feel like you're hitting this wall constantly. You're going to feel like there's this smooth transition, and I just see like ebbs and flows. Like it's just going to be like, I just feel like this wave of just no more just hitting against the wall and just everything being so difficult. So, and not saying that things are going to be perfect, or you're not going to come up against roadblocks, but instead of life happening to you, you're going to be going through life, and it's just going to be an easy flow. And that's a big thing for me to say, easy. Like, I would much rather say easier, but I'm really being told to say it's going to be easy, which I don't know. I've got this such big resistance about saying things are going to be easy, because that's such a big statement, but that's, I'm really being pushed to say that. So yeah, so there's some of the things I've been picking up. Also, I do feel that in regards to like a global prediction with what's going on, I've been picking up that the US, and it actually already has started to happen like in the last week. So the US, once they get a hold on their health system and their economy, I feel that the US administration is really going to go out and go like hard to those that are responsible for this pandemic. And this is only the start. Like, what we're experiencing now is only the start for a knock-on effect for things that are going to, I almost want to go like that. Like, this is the start, like what we're experiencing. And it's spiritually preparing us for what's going to be going through, more, we're going to be going through more of this. But yeah, I really feel that, and it already started to just what in the news and what's been happening, with some of the things that Trump has been saying. I feel like that is almost like preparing us ready for what's about to be coming up. I'm picking up the word 4, so it could be 4 weeks, 4 months. They're only about to start up opening up the economy, so they need to get their foundation sorted. And actually, this is one of the cards. Actually, I won't get into that because that's in the weekly reading. But yeah, they need to get their baseline and their foundation sorted with the health, the economy, and then they're going to, go after, I hate to say this, but the perpetrators. And then that's just going to, I feel like there's going to be like a big exposure. There's going to be an exposure of, there's really not, I have to be careful because of censorship, but there's going to be an exposure of certain people, groups, organizations, and the secret unknown is what I'm getting as well. So they're just some of the things that I've been picking up during this week. But I'm going to post this video, and I'm also going to post the the weekly video. And one thing I did forget to say at the start, if you can please like, share and subscribe and hit the bell button, that would mean so much as I'm trying to build my channel. And any support would be much appreciated. Okay, thank you.